Hi everyone, welcome back to my floating plaza island. I'm Cress, and in this build we'll be designing a charming little functional farm, complete with a farm-to-table restaurant and a cafe. This is part 2 of my cottagecore farm design, and if you're looking for a way to create an aesthetic, storage, and farming solution, I hope that this video helps. Whether you're here for a cozy background video while you're working on your own valley, or whether you want some inspo, please like and subscribe for more speed builds and tours, tips and tricks, and touch of magic tutorials. If you've already subscribed, thanks so much. We're going to pick up where we left off in the last video by just finishing up a few small details in front of the greenhouse. We're going to add a cozy little seating area here. Oh, and this build includes a mixture of indoor and outdoor storage, so this greenhouse skin is actually a complete storage house for all of my foraging, digging, and mining materials, fish and gems, and flowers. We'll fill in the space at the back with Tiana's water tower, which gives the perfect rustic vibes, and a lush sinister fir to tie in the purple from the lavender farm. Now we can get to work on the exterior for this honey house. I want the build to feel very natural, so we'll be using a lot of different foliage items to make it feel lush and vibrant. As I mentioned in part 1 of this video, I've already laid out the path for this build, so if you're looking to recreate the path, be sure to check out the aerial view in part 1. And just another quick shout out to Brandy Weinstyle for inspo for the path. This was her original creation, and I love the way it looks in this build. In this back corner, we're going to create a pretty little natural nook with a touch of magic winding stream. Even though the use of this bridge can be a bit awkward sometimes since it doesn't have any steps, so it's not like our characters can walk across it, we're going to work it into this build because I think it'll look really cute going over the stream. I always like to include waterfalls when I use this particular design of Touch of Magic water rug. I want the water to seem like it has a natural source, so we're going to go ahead and put one on either end of the stream. I'm going to layer these waterfalls back here, and then we'll add a few more trees to make the whole thing blend and look more natural. For the foliage in this build, I'll be sticking with a warm color palette. The Mythopia and Vine trees, along with the warm green of the mossy jungle tree, really works well with the warm tones of the grass on this floating island. We'll frame out both sides of this little wilderness with the Winnie the Pooh trees. Just as I mentioned in part 1, I really love the pretty lamps hanging from the branches of this tree, so we're going to turn them around. Now we can fill the entire area with some foliage to make the rugs blend in with the grass and create that overgrown look that we're going for. I'm going to use a lot of beach grass here to fill in along the outskirts of the rug, as well as several items that can go on rugs, like rocks and rock clusters, butterfly flowers, peaceful meadow greenery, fallen logs, and ferns. And then for an extra touch of whimsy, I'm going to go ahead and add in these tangled lanterns that you get from time bending to look as if they're floating down the stream. I did this in my Rapunzel build as well. I love this windmill. I know it's a bit of an odd choice to add something with such a vibrant pink to an otherwise very autumn-toned build, but I think it adds a pop of color as we'll be upping the rustic vibes quite a bit, and that means lots of browns and yellows. Now for the farm-to-table restaurant. I'm going to use this Aladdin stall as a placeholder. Coincidentally, I actually got the stall I wanted instead the day after I filmed this speed build, so you'll see it in the walkthrough. But this will be where restaurant patrons could place orders for farm fresh meals and produce and can purchase fresh honey. So we're going to add the wooden veggie stand and the produce truck from the Lilo & Stitch collection here. These are the tables that come with the Stitch House bundle. They have the perfect rustic look to them that will work perfectly for this little outdoor farm-to-table restaurant. And these chairs are from the Harvest Celebration bundle from the premium shop. They work really well with the tables, though they're actually a little bit of a different shade. It kind of creates a more eclectic look. I love these tables, but I'm not gonna lie, the lack of centering in this game makes it so hard to place the chairs around them. So sorry, you're gonna watch me struggle a bit with chair placement. Normally, I go straight for the Bayou Fireflies, but I really think these tangled lanterns go more with the cottagecore aesthetic, so we're going to add a few of those. Now for the barn. We're going to use this pale wood fence to enclose the barn and the crop area. And we'll use this rocky terrain for the pathing, not only here, but you'll see it going around the crops in a minute or two as well. My barn is also a functional storage house. I have all of my crops stored inside as well as my seeds. It makes it nice and handy for when I need to grab things to plant. We'll add a few rustic items to make it feel like a real farm. I put all these items out in part 1 of this build, so now I'm just going to be grabbing the things that I think will look good back here. As I mentioned, this farm is fully functional. I have my ancient gardeners watering a pumpkin patch back behind here. But if you don't want to use the ancient gardeners and instead prefer to have little plots with different crops, that would actually add to the cottagecore vibe even more. I also have a little cooking station, my ancient cooking machines, and food storage back here. At the time of this recording, I'd just kind of thrown it back there, but I've made it look a little more aesthetic since, so you can do the same if you'd like. We're going to add a few melted candles just to line the edges of the outdoor restaurant. And even though I didn't record it, I did end up adding some sunflowers along these edges as well. Now we'll add some foliage to enclose this path and just kind of make the build feel more complete. This island is by no means done. I'll be adding some cute crop patches to the other side of the barn, and hopefully I'm going to say when we get Winnie the Pooh and friends, I'll be able to turn the rest of the island into a complete 100-acre woods. Now for the small details, I left a couple of grassy patches open in the middle of the pathing. Having these cute little open spots just adds some variety and visual interest to the path. So we're going to go ahead and add a few things to these areas just to kind of up the cute factor a little bit. I seriously love all the different signposts you can create in the game. They're so adorable and they are so perfect for these areas. Okay, we'll continue enclosing this area with different bits of foliage and trees. We'll save some room for flowers too, which I'll be adding in a second. To tie in the purple of the lavender farm, I'm going to use purple hydrangeas for the flowers, and we'll just scatter them throughout the build. Of course, we'll go in with sunflowers, which are a perfect combination of colors with the pops of purple from the hydrangeas. Because I can never get enough of the cuteness of the mushies in the game, and because we don't have to worry about the item limit, I'm going to add a whole bunch of these throughout too. For one last little touch of whimsy, we'll go in and add the elegant water lilies from the Tiana collection. We'll spread these out as well, just adding some more variety to all the different foliage we incorporated into the build. Okay, so let's take a little tour. Let me just say the entire valley just literally turns to magic at sunset. The lighting, the warm, cozy tones, the way everything glows. So this build really does just look best right at this time. And now I will stop talking so you can enjoy the tour. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers. Your views and likes and comments are so appreciated, and they've done so much to help this channel keep growing. I also want to give an extra special thanks to our channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Your support has been overwhelming and it means so much. If you've enjoyed this video and haven't subscribed yet, please consider clicking that subscribe button. Thanks, friends. I'll see you again in the valley. Bye!